Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. My name is Trittany and I'm the reader here at the Crown and Castle Collective, where we're all the rulers of our own kingdom that we call life. This is actually a pick-a-pile reading over 2020, kind of the yearly overlook on just a real quick tapping into some energies and what you can expect in the next coming year. What kind of surprises, what kind of energies and challenges. Now, this is a pick a deck style reading, so there are 3 deck styles here, and all of the timestamps are down below in the comments, so you can go ahead and click those if numbers speak louder to you than words. I will be using these decks to clarify each of these collectives. Of course, there are some oracle cards already pre-shuffled and picked. We will be looking at the yearly overview. Now, this is just a quick energetic tap-in. If this video does not resonate with you, please feel free to pick another pile, or always, try to watch other videos and see what might resonate with you. These are general readings, so if you'd want a personalized reading for you, all about you and your energy, let your girl know. I do have a sale going on right now for this New Year's, so all of that is linked in the description box for all those goodies. Of course, let's get started with collective number 1. If you guys chose the manga tarot, I can't speak. We're gonna start with you guys. All right, collective number 1. You guys have the manga tarot. We will start with you. So, what did 2020 kind of look like for you guys? Who were you in 2020? And what was kind of like the overall lesson that you've learned from that last year? And what kind of energies can you expect going into the year of 2021? And what kind of surprises might jump at you? Also, if you guys feel like I resonate with you as a reader anywhere throughout this reading, go ahead, you know the drill, give the video a like, comment, or subscribe, and vote on what videos I post next. So, collective number 1, what was 2020 like for you? Who were you in 2020? Well, you were a networker, so you could have been a busybody, someone who was constantly working, or someone who was just constantly talking and engaging on social media. Maybe you've been posting more, sharing more of your lifestyle, or your work has moved more into a digital era, or like a digital experience, or some kind of correspondence and talking. Maybe you've had to present a lot more. It says, the networker enhances unity through the sharing of information and engenders social awareness and empathy. The shadow attributes conveys information only for personal gain and spreads fear and falsehood. So you could be kind of like a fact checker throughout 2020. Maybe you were always constantly working and perfecting your craft. Good for you guys. Put in a lot of work and effort throughout 2020. Even when times may have been still, you tried to stay a busybody, invest into yourself, invest into your education and your networking. It's awesome. All right, what kind of energies? Also, we have number 18, the moon on water. And we also have the 10 of stones, which is the 10 of pentacles. The moon card represents Scorpio water energy cycles, and with the 10 of stones, the home life. So some of you guys may have moved. You know what? We're going to check this real quick. Shazam. Okay, just because I keep bumping it. But I feel like you guys could have relocated. Maybe you guys have been working from home or working in remote locations. The moon also talks about cycles, and with the 10 of stones being home, finance, and abundance, you guys could have really had to rework your financial stability, your financial plans, and stuff like that to the dime. Like, I feel like some of you guys were out here making PowerPoints, Excel, anything like that, looking at your receipts, your statements, keeping track of what you're spending. Maybe you guys could have moved into a new home, a new location, or relocated. And for some of you, yeah, we're just gonna move on. Plain and simple. A lot of you guys who had that finances could have had financial highs or financial lows. So that could have really put things out of cycle for you. We also have listen to your intuition. So that was one of the biggest lessons that they did try to teach you throughout 2020. Spirit was trying to, have you trust more of maybe that mental connection or that mental conversation that you're able to have with people. Maybe you don't really identify yourself as a networker, but I feel like throughout 2020, you may have actually stepped into a more conversational role than maybe you would expect yourself to be in. I feel like you guys talk to a lot more business professionals, if that makes sense. Kind of odd that your guys is just showing up really about your financial and career life throughout 2020. That could have just been really important for you. For some of you, I am getting that you could have, again, moved in with someone. You could have taken your relationship to the next step in your home life. Some of you guys could have gotten engaged or gotten married or anything like that, deepening those bonds or even separating those kinds of things. So definitely a shift in the home life. And, your day-to-day life last year around this time must have been completely different than how it's structured today. And I feel like it could be really hard for you because you do seem like a very logical, very timely, organized person, that it could be hard for you to sometimes release those expectation of what is to come and, foreseeing your future income when maybe that may not have been so concrete. So it was really hard for you to listen to your intuition and really trust in your inner knowing throughout 2020. And yeah, that was not an easy year for us. So I completely feel y'all. We're going to take a look into moving now into the 2021 Oracle cards, see what's kind of going on there. We have potential for the first card that we have, potential. So you guys, 2021 might be your year that you guys snap. I feel like you guys have definitely been organizing behind the scenes, getting stuff sent to you via email, text, electronically, through your mail, behind the scenes, arranging movements. We also have love out here. Okay, so again, for you guys who have already been engaging in your significant other, who have maybe deepened your vows or taken things to the next level, I feel like you feel so profoundly safe and accepted in this relationship. And y'all, that is just so beautiful to say. I don't get to say that often. For some of you, you could, really deepen this bond with your person. But I feel like for a lot of you too, you might start to have new potential love relationships because with that moon card, it is all about cycles in the 10 of stones. Some of you guys in the end of the year could be, questioning your location, questioning your job, your relationships. I feel like you dream of so much more for yourself, and you see all of this potential and lovely energy within your own essence that you guys can take yourself so far in 2021. Let's see what you're going to be doing. I told you, y'all might just snap on this next year. You guys have been really this networker. I feel like making connections, making yourself known in a more professional manner, somewhere where you're starting to feel more confident in your intuition and also confident within yourself. We have gold. Damn, okay, so divine intervention. God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. Whatever you guys have been worrying about in 2020, I'm seeing that you guys have so much room in the next year to make all of that back and more. Okay, gold is, if you think about gold, I mean, definitely dollar bills. And we also have number 1, love out here, ruled by Venus, which, could definitely be currency, and potentials. You guys have a lot of space to grow that bag here in 2021. And if you guys want to embark on any kind of business endeavor, it might be scary and y'all, it might be rough at first. and it might be hard for you to get the funding, but I feel like it's something that gives you a sense of purpose and direction in the world is what I'm getting. And a lot of you guys may want to start a business on something that you've been doing for quite some time now. So it's almost like you feel confident in yourself to start to take on a little bit more financial or business responsibility in those kinds of energies. We also have a surprise, the Five of Wands. Yikes. So some of you guys for 2021 with the Five of Wands, this is a interesting card. So I'm not a doctor. I don't have a PhD after my name, as much as I wish I did. But the Five of Wands, y'all need to be careful of injuries. And this could be, I'm getting blood, like blood work. And I'm also getting like, for females, it could be menstruation as well, or something with like PAPS or anything with your reproductive male or female parts. Anything like that, or around hormones like your adrenal glands and stuff like that, be careful. Or you know, in 2021 you might need to control that anger a little bit. I feel like you guys could pop off at any minute. Maybe you guys have a lot of adrenaline going. Just make sure you're not being too active without stretching, really, because he's all tied up and it's like he can't move. But yet he goes, pew. Do your stretches. Do your stretches. And also, it's just pertaining to for some blood or also reproductive organs. So just be careful of that. As far as like events that might happen in 2021, y'all, I'm so sorry, but like some of you guys might lose something. Like someone might actually take something from you, burglarize, or take... So just be on the defense for that. Take the necessary security precautions. Pay an extra $50 for an upgrade. Do those kinds of things because that's just Spirit's way of saying, hey, that Five of Wands is kind of shifty, kind of chaotic energy. So after 2020, shit, I feel like you could take anything that gets thrown at you for 2021. You're a fighter. And you definitely have the drive to be successful. And it looks like you've been putting in this work for years. So we got one more card here to kind of clarify. 2021 is the Nine of Swords, trickery. So, again, there's kind of, I don't know, that Five of Wands energy, and also with that Nine of Swords does not quite look right to me. But my candle's melting sideways. It's gonna melt by the end of this video for sure. The energy for 2021 being the Nine of Swords, there's someone or something that I feel like you already have an idea. One of these things is not like the other. Maybe you could feel like someone's trying to deceive you or play games with you or pull the wool over your eyes. And I feel like you guys are not having that. I'm going to kind of get a couple of more. That is a little bit... I feel like you guys just don't have time for trickery. You don't have time to play games because of how serious you are about getting your stuff together for 2021. And I feel like you guys have been... I guess if there's something that you are working on, trying to develop, I feel like there's so many directions and potentials that you could take things that it could almost be hard for you to choose throughout 2021. You might have to make some big decisions that you just don't quite feel ready to pull the trigger on. Definitely refer to someone that you can trust in those situations. We're going to get a couple of cards here just to clarify your energy for 2021. Spirit, what can collective number 1 expect for the year of 2021? Ooh, I'll take that card. I usually don't take cards that fall on the floor, but this one felt right. And it is number 2, the High Priestess. So there is something, again, behind the scenes that you've been formulating, you've been working on, you've been crunching some numbers, maybe something you want to achieve long-term or something you want to close off and pay off long-term. I definitely feel like you guys, you're making moves throughout 2020 that you must not have told anyone about or just like didn't really start actively working or acting on that you're about to bring to the light in 2021. Let's get a couple more cards here. Collective number 1, what can you expect for the year of 2021? What can collective number 1 expect for the year of 2021? We had the 8 of Swords come out, and we also had the 9 of Pentacles. I feel like for 2021, you guys secretly may want to be alone. You may find yourself spending a lot more time on yourself, investing a lot more in yourself, in your wardrobe, and wow. For some of you guys, I feel like at the end of the year right now, you guys might be a little bit more working on your innards, working on your inward self. But come 2021, I feel like you guys are really going to level up as far as your attention that you draw from other people. You guys, again, that networker card, you guys could be showing more of yourself and your life on social media, or just your job and your career in general, or your education. Something quick and fast is going to change that's really going to pay off. Maybe a lot of you guys could be getting new jobs, or just really deciding to change something about you, like maybe setting those New Year's resolutions. If this is something that you can stick to and invest into yourself, Spirit's saying that there's going to be quite a bit of temptation. It's not going to be easy. We also had with that 9 of Cups. If I could pick up the cards, that would be great. We'll get one more card here to end out 2021. There's a big lesson coming through too about what you need to feel safe and sustained within yourself, not looking for that from external sources, whether that's from, you know, family, friends, or significant others, and how to find that from Spirit and within yourself. You know, as far as feeling disconnected maybe from Source or Spirit or God, how to really reconnect with that energy. But I feel like you guys, there's something about this career and education where if you guys act on it, if you guys start making these moves in 2021, they're definitely gonna pay off. And we also had the 3 of Pentacles. Wow. So the 3 of Pentacles is the card of networking. It's teamwork, collaboration, you know, really stacking up that coin together. So there's definitely like-minded people around you. I think they're closer than you actually imagine. For some of you, you could be feeling a little bit lonely, but there could also be restrictions around that, and I definitely foresee those being lifted, and maybe actually coming into action as far as continuing with studies, continuing with new work adventures, or even just structuring your day-to-day life in a much more organized fashion, in a much more prioritized point of view. Awesome. Well, that is just kind of a short and sweet reading as far as your 2020-2021 overview. If you do want a personalized reading that is all about you and only you, unless requested, of course, then you can definitely hit me up for a personalized reading. I do have a sale going right now for the New Year's, so definitely check all of that out in the description box. Thank you guys, and we are going to end this video, I suppose. We'll do a couple of runes, I suppose. Just because I'm feeling like learning the runes. I almost forgot. Alright, so we'll take one rune for your 2020 energy and 2021. 2020. Let's start. So your 2020 energy, I don't know runes exactly yet, but we have this bad boy. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like 2 people holding hands. It also looks like an M. It definitely signifies to me, because it looks like two people holding hands. This is like that reaching out, that networker kind of energy. Is just trying to like really introduce yourself and make a good name for yourself or a good appearance. People are really happy with what they see from you, whether that's in your performance or just, you know, who you are as a person, which is really great. Making good connections and healthy relationships. I mean, as a challenge too could be, you know, learning how to set boundaries, give personal space to yourself and to others. And what can you expect in 2021? So we have a very defined sense of self in 2021. Some of you, you could be single throughout 21. You could be focusing more on just literally yourself, your goals, what you want to change about yourself, where you want to see yourself in, you know, 2022, and investing so much more into your hopes and your dreams and really not giving away any of your power, which is something that has, again, like your card said, so much potential. So I'm so happy for you guys, pile number 1. Thank you for joining me and have a happy new year. Hello and happy new year, collective number 2. We're going to take a look at who you were throughout 2020, maybe some challenges or lessons you faced, what they were meant to teach you, and what you can really expect moving into the next year. Maybe what surprises can you expect, and yeah, just some overall general energies. Now, if you do want a personalized reading all about you and for you, please hit me up for a personalized reading. I do have a sale going on right now as well with the new year. All of that information's in my description box. So thank you for joining me. We're going to go ahead and get started. Collective number 2, what was 2020 like for you, and what can you expect going into the 2021? The first card that we had was Gossip in reverse. So it says the light attributes awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. The shadow attributes can be thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. I needed a drink of water. My throat. Oh. So I feel like you guys were either around some gross lower vibrational energies about gossip, or maybe you chose to not participate in some drama. I feel like there could have been a lot of gossip about you throughout 2020. Man, you guys must have just been quite the conversational starter. So people could have really talked about you or engaged in lower vibrational activities that you guys really rose above and just didn't have time for. Maybe, you know, if you did participate in the sauce, maybe you got lost in the sauce and got caught up in the drama, which happens, you know. Then I feel like you really acted out of integrity. Like, you didn't participate in this stuff to feed the fire. I feel like you guys were able to remove yourselves or, you know, find the higher perspective or the higher ground. Let's take a closer look. We have the Ace of Bows or the Ace of Wands, Spark of Life, so definitely some conflict going on there. Also, we have the Page of Stones, the Lynx, or the Page of Pentacles as well. So these two cards together, there could have been a lot of drama, again, regarding relationships, who you're with, who you're hanging out and around with. You guys could have caused some trouble or some drama, honestly, throughout 2020. Maybe, I feel like for those of you who really just didn't do shit, and I'm sorry to say, but with that Ace of Bows and the Page of Stones being super slow, I feel like it's almost a regression. Like, you guys weren't able to really go out, you weren't able to really socialize. That could have been really frustrating for some of you if you are used to moving your body. Maybe you're used to working out, and that could have really, I mean, this Gossip card in the reverse, you know, your inner voice could have turned sour on you, could have turned against you. I feel like for some of you throughout 2020, maybe you struggled with how you coped and worked with yourself throughout these changes and how to stay positive towards yourself and towards others. We also have yes, exclamation mark. So, I feel like throughout 2020, I feel like there were some things that life might have put you through that you may have feel like maybe you didn't make the best choice, maybe you didn't do the best thing, you want to take back something you said or you did. I feel like you're not denying the fact that you did it, and I feel like you're someone who would own up to your mistakes, and that, my friend, is very, very powerful. But I feel like for some of you, there could be like an apology that you also made, or like some of you who are looking or waiting for an apology, but you just haven't heard from this person either. And I feel like it's been a whole year. And I feel like yes, this yes is so aggressive because they have yes and no in this deck as well, just without exclamation marks, but this one does. So I feel like you just want to go, you want to snap back if your your daily routine has changed. I feel like you guys could want to go back to normal. Yes, you want change, you want new, you want to go back out and socialize maybe again, but also there could be a need to amend things with past relationships even. A lot of you guys, you slowed your roll maybe in your career and finances. And I feel like that could really impact that self-worth as well, that gossip or that voice that you hear within your head that could kind of talk down. Because, I mean, that shadow attributes, man. Ooh, yeah. I'm just getting someone has a really nasty voice inside their head, and we don't like that shit. Okay, we're going to keep going on into what 2021 might be showing to you. The first card that we have is adventures. So hopefully, you know, with this card, you're able to travel more. If that's something that's on your forte or your agenda, you might be looking for a vacation somewhere tropical, somewhere where there's water. I feel like not for everyone. It's not always tropical, but it just says adventure vacation in my mind. Some of you guys might be even still at home. I feel like there's things that you find that you like to do or that you end up doing, and it's something that takes your time and your consistent effort or your consistent attention. Maybe it's something arts as well, like a drawing, for instance, could take you days, or a painting could take you months. And so it's something that's like worth investing yourself into. That's a creative process that you almost like lose yourself in. You guys might be going down some kind of creative rabbit hole in 2021. We also have number 16, joy, which is a orange sacral chakra energy. It says, joy, as I do, will so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. So you guys are just going to be glowing different in 2021 for some reason. I feel like 2020 could have been a rough year for you guys. I feel like it was a very emotional, very chaotic, drawn out, stagnant energy for you guys. And you were just so ready for that gun to pop off at that starting line for 2021, because I feel like you guys envision 2021 as a fresh new start, a fresh new adventure that has the potential and the stability at least to start and create a new beginning or a new way that we approach our world. Like, I'm getting this as very, very expansive with the adventure card. It has to do on like even a societal level, and just 16 adds up to a 7, which is a life path number. You guys, it's just, you're on a whole nother level for 2021. If you've been down in the dumps the past year, you are about to build yourself up beauty queen style. We also have amethyst, revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved for who you truly are. You guys, there is so much confidence exuberating from you in 2021. You guys might feel confident and stable enough in yourself that you're able to really spread your wings and just open yourself up. Even as I'm getting like a breastbone on a bird image for some reason. I feel like 2020, you might have cared too much about what people said or thought about you, or how people would react about the hopes and dreams that you had for yourself. And in 2021, you're learning that it's okay to be confident in yourself, and it's okay for you to be your true self. And I feel like that is I can't tell you. I'm so happy that these messages are coming through positive. We're going to take a look at just what kind of gifts or surprises you might have for 2021. What are you not looking, and what happens? We have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so someone, it could be an air sign, but I feel like this is who you had any kind of conflict in 2020. Y'all, they're not getting up. They want to go round 2. They feel like they are undefeated, apparently. For some of you, I'm getting something about, weird. That's for a small few of you. If some of you don't really know a father figure in your life, or you didn't really know your father, for some of you, I'm getting, you might get to know a little bit more about them or actually meet them in 2021. But anyways, I feel like whoever you had beef with last year in 2020, they might be coming back swinging, or at least calling you out on social media. The Queen of Swords is someone of conversation. It could be a little bit harsh, something you're not expecting. You could get swept up in someone else's drama. Again, this could just be like your friend group, or, you know, your coworkers, or somewhere, some kind of network that you associate with that you try to tread lightly on, but maybe you just end up in it even just by being there, like working that shift. It's some stupid stuff like that. But also the Queen of Swords for any kind of surprises as well. I feel like just because the Queen of Swords, I mean, she's able to see things so clearly, so precise for what it actually is, no bullshit. And so I feel like that's what this amethyst is also showing you, is like, you know, it's okay to be your true self. Like, you're beautiful. You should be confident. You have so much potential and beauty and creativity about you that it's just pointless to let this lower vibrational webbing even just hold you down an inch. And we're going to get another card here just to kind of clear up for 2021. We have the Seven of Swords, Desire. So the Seven of Swords in this deck talks about learning how to feel fulfilled. Now the Seven of Wands, we have 2 more purples and a lot of orange. So crown chakra and also sacral chakra. For this Queen of Swords, I'm not a doctor, but it does talk about your wrist as well. Also with your lungs, so just be careful about those. And the Seven of Swords kind of clearing things up with this desire now. I feel like you guys have so much creative... Wow, the number 7's throwing me off again. We have 2 7s. I feel like this has to do with maybe your relationships and your confidence in who you are. Maybe it has something to do with the drama in the relationships as well. But there could be a reason why we lust for things that we can't have. Or there could be some kind of deep avoidance to our desires. I'm getting a very, very complex message coming from this. Seven of Wands. Because I feel like you guys are finally having the confidence to either be or go after something that has always been withheld from you. And that's kind of what this desire is fulfilling something that you've always wanted and learning how to be content with what you have already and what you've created in that space. So yeah, I feel like that message is, again, not only for you. The 7s are coming up on a very big collective level where I'm getting people's perspective and stance on certain topics moving forward that may have been considered taboo at one point in time. They are no longer. They are just, you know, another want or wish or desire that we have to fulfill, or some kind of roles that we have a desire to play in this lifetime. I'll get a couple more cards. What can 2021 look like for collective number 2? And with that desire card, that 7 of fire, I feel like you guys, whatever kind of creative endeavors or talents and abilities that might seem a little bit off the wall, Spirit's saying go for that, because 2021 is a very unique, accepting, and it's a very, I'm getting networking kind of sensations for 2021. But anyways, we'll get a couple of tarot to clarify. We have the 2 of Wands, very expansive, outlooking, future planning, setting those goals, and actually taking, you know, the first few steps to accomplishing them. Wow. I feel like your guys' 2020 versus your 2021 are 2 completely different versions of yourself. You guys are not only leveling up going into 2021, but coming out of that next year, y'all, you doubled your XP. And you guys have your mind on some creative process, and I feel like you're not letting any of this drama or lower vibrational energies of the last year hold you down or hinder you in any shape or form. Yes, it is something that's kind of like in the back of your head, and I feel like this person still is a fly on the wall in your life, if you will. Maybe they still interact with you. Maybe you still have to be around this person, or deal with this person. So that could still be prevalent in your life, but it's not getting in the way of your hopes and dreams. And damn, is that some fine mentality. All right. We also have the 3 of Cups, which is a very social, free-flowing energy, a very celebratory energy, stable. And I feel like along with that 2 of Wands, it talks about finding emotional stability within your personal, intimate relationships. That could be hard for you guys to have if you've been involved with any third-party relationships, I guess. That's kind of what was coming through with that gossip drama. It's some weird stuff. We also have the 4 of Cups, which could be also a little bit of lower mentalities. And I feel like that's like you guys. 2020 was rough. And I mean, 2021's not going to be perfect. But you guys have a lot of fire energy, and you have a lot of creative envisioning abilities for what you would like to see unfold. And as far as taking that into grounding it and making it happen, I feel like you might need to feel that before you can move forward, you might have to mend things. For some of you, there's stuff coming through with parents. For some of you, it might be an intimate relationship if you have children involved as well. You might feel like you need closure, I feel like, in some sort of relationship or some sort of circumstance or anything that happened. I feel like it's something that might bother you at the end of the day, and you really just want to make amends. We had the 4 of Cups closing out here with the Lovers, Gemini energy, which is all about having to make a choice and a decision. I'm gonna get a couple of runes here to just clarify your energies for 2020 and 2021. So the first rune that came out for the year 2020, no surprise. I don't know the proper name for these runes yet, but anyways, this is like almost like a sword, which talks about having mental clarity. And I feel like there could be a lot of conversational or disagreements, a lot of air energy going on with any kind of drama or gossip that you might have got yourself caught into, or disagreements. Also, with that action, I feel like that's something that could have been easily taken away very suddenly. That structure, that component of control that you may have felt over your life, maybe you are having to let go of that throughout the year. And then as we step into 2021, we also have, oh wow. So again, there's going to be highs and there's going to be lows. 2021 is not going to be perfect. And I feel like you guys are still dealing with a lot of resentment or anger and just emotional frustration. You know, you could feel sadness too if you've lost any kind of relationships throughout 2020 with someone who is very close to you. Maybe things just aren't as easy and you can't move on. You need things to be resolved. I feel like you might still be trying to come to that resolution throughout 2021. And I feel like you want a resolution because you also have a deep respect and a deep love for this other person. And you feel like you might need it to move on. So take those messages as they resonate, guys. This is a general reading. So if you do want a personalized reading that is all about you and for you and what happened throughout your 2020 year and what you want to expect for 2021, please let me know. I do have a sale going on right now for personalized readings. So all of that information is in the description box, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Hello, collective number 3. If you chose the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, this is your reading. Man, sorry the stick be hitting. Sorry I had to close my window. I have been doing a couple of readings today, so it's gotten pretty late in the evening. And I just felt really creeped out that everyone could see me sitting here with my window open and my lights on. So we'll have to dismiss, you know, the beautiful crystal array that we have just basking out in that blue snow light. For some reason, I don't know why it looks so blue out there. It's cold. We're going to take a look at your yearly overview for 2020 and what you can expect going into 2021. Now, this is a general reading, of course, so if you want a specific reading all for you, just, you know, all about you, please hit me up. Let me know. I do have personalized readings on sale right now due to the new year. So all of that information is in the description box. And yeah, thanks for joining me. We're going to go ahead and get started. Collective number 3, the Rider-Waite Tarot. So, who were you throughout 2020? We have the Scribe. Your light attributes are preserving knowledge and information. Your shadow attribute is altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. So, you guys could have been very studious throughout 2020. Maybe you kept your head down and just, you know, kind of tried to get through school. Maybe you did more writing if you're someone who likes to read or write with the Scribe, or even like typing papers and writing up stuff like that. Also, I feel like that's just very creative, you know, as well. I am someone who loves creative writing, so also there is a sense of just keeping track of things, really keeping tabs, maybe doing some numbers and crushing some pennies. So you could have been someone that was really monitoring your cash flow, your income, and your expenses, refining your spending habits, maybe organizing stuff like that. And I feel like a lot of you guys, I'm really interested. Okay, we have the 3 of arrows, and we also have the 2 of bows. Ooh, lots of fire energy, even though. So, for some of you, you could have felt like your storyline of your life could have just absolutely changed. Could have switched to a new chapter in your life, just all of a sudden. Really nothing that you were expecting. For some of you, you could have booed up. You could have got someone special. Some of you guys could have even had conflict with your significant other, and I feel like the two it is quite painful is what I'm getting. It's not the best love story is what I'm hearing. For some of you, you could be with someone right now, but you could be falling for a third party or like someone in particular as well. Maybe the person that you're interested in already has someone else. So that could be something that is equally as frustrating throughout 2020. Maybe you feel I feel like throughout 2020 you just want to change your narrative. I feel like with your life, maybe specifically in your relationships, and being able to commit to making certain decisions or making certain action on certain ideas that you feel very passionate about. I feel like you guys have a lot of creative energy, but when it comes to actually sitting down and doing it, you could be someone that just faces a lot of blockages and then just doesn't get around to doing it. So I feel like 2020, y'all, had a lot of potential, but I feel like there was too much superficial energy around you, or there was just too much distraction. It was almost like you just kept making excuses for yourself or for others. So just be careful of that. The overall energy for 2020, we have perfect timing. Some of you guys could have missed out on a romantic partnership. Spirit saying that was not meant to be. People were not at the same stages at life, genetically or physically, mentally. Someone could have chose someone else over you, and that could have just absolutely had you in your feels. I feel like a lot of you guys might have dove into music, musical lyrics, composing music, literature. Some of you guys might have gotten into romance novels or doing stuff that you probably would not admit to people. You guys could be like definitely in your feels. Sorry, I'm trying to like move the camera considering it got so dark out. Okay. And I just feel like there was a missed decision that you guys really had your heart set on, that maybe you had been planning like years ahead of time just for things to fall out in 2020. And Spirit's saying that is something that they know just how hard you were holding on to these hopes and dreams, but they want to let you know that it is perfect timing, and that could be quite hard to hear and hard to deal with. It's not easy by any means. And what can you expect going into 2021? We have thriving. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to edit my videos. I'm getting a little bit tired. It's a little bit later in the evening, like I was saying. But the thriving card. You guys, there's no shame in the growth. Wow. I am pretty tired. But this is just doing so much better. And I feel like at least starting off on the right foot. You guys feel like you have a lot of room to grow throughout 2020. I feel like, or 2021. I feel like you guys already you're very organized people, very structured people. I feel like you already have your goals written down, and if not, it's a good way to manifest those things and those dreams that you want to see happen. Wow, we also have number 36, study out here with the scribe. You guys are my type of friends because I could use a good book and a bath right now. But the 36 adds up to a 9. Very independent, self-secluded. Study, let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. Okay, so some of you guys for 2021 could be going back to school, continuing education, or even developing that own knowledge on yourself, or by yourself. I mean, I feel like throughout 2020, you guys might have already found things or topics that interest you, or hobbies and stuff that you want to learn more of the background of how it came to be, like really digging into the roots of whatever it is that sparks your interest. And I feel like you guys are going to tap into another part of yourself from different lifetimes that you may not have been quite so in touch with. And I feel like that's because the last year you might have been, I feel like things were going so aggressively for you, maybe in the years before 2020 as well, that you have been through so much. You already have such a long history, or you feel like you've been through so much, and that maybe there's certain opportunities that have came and gone that you're never going to be able to pick back up on. And I feel like those previous timelines, you know, that you might have had missed opportunities were from previous lifetimes. You weren't meant to go down that path again, or maybe you weren't meant to experience this lifetime with that person, and I feel like that decision has already been made for you. But anyways, with the 2021 energies, we also have what? Peridot. Sorry, I thought period. Peridot. Life lessons. You can break free from reoccurring negative patterns by praying to know the lessons and blessings they contain. You guys, there's something or some situation that didn't play out how you wanted it to in the past, and you are by darn determined to recreate the story. And even if this is past lives or past stories, replaying those connections in a different light to, you know, promote healthy healing and healthy emotions and feelings, especially with situations that may not have been the easiest to deal or work with. That's a whole nother level. But I feel like you guys are starting to realize I feel like you guys are actually, it's much more minimal. I feel like you guys are starting to learn more about yourself on a more intellectual level, and you guys could see more of your flaws. And I think you could see that in a more constructive way with constructive criticism, and also seeing it from a different perspective. Some of you guys could be getting new mentors, new teachers. Some of you guys could be coaching or teaching. You're definitely really good at doing that. And break free from reoccurring negative patterns. Damn. You guys, I feel like, are very smart people. Very smart. I feel like you are, you know, a romantic at heart, but there could have been some harsh things that you've been through that could have really disheartened you. What kind of surprises? Y'all got 2 gifts. So there's supposed to be 2 surprises that you don't see coming for 2021. We have the 2 of Cups. What the fuck? This image. The 2 of Cups, this dude is getting sucked into a fucking octopus. Just a gaping hole. I don't know. The 2 of Cups, though, he's kind of resisting. I feel like you guys don't want to fall in love, or maybe love is something that, like, is just too overcomplicated and it's a thing for the movies, or it's like romance novels are all fantasy, like romance. I feel like you guys have been through the ringer. You have the 3 of Arrows out here and the 2 of Bows decision. Like, you guys could be trying to replace someone. Someone could be trying to replace you. It's not working. They're being kind of forced to stay on their own and keep their head down and really learn the lessons about the things that are in front of them, and maybe relationship past. I feel like there's still a lot for you or the people involved in these situations. There's still a lot of learning to do. But with the 2 of Cups being a surprise, along with the 7 of Pentacles, for some of you, again, this, I don't know what kind of novel this is, but there could be like a damsel in distress situation, or you guys could find yourself helping out someone of importance that might need your help, or you guys could find yourself in a situation where you are debilitated in some shape or form and someone actually helps you out, someone that loves and cares about you, or you could be playing that hero for someone else. I feel like there's something very, very unpredicted. This is very broad as far as being what kind of surprises. Some of you guys might change your perspective on things that you've had harsh experiences with in the past. I feel like you might be able to slowly open yourself up to healing that, or being open to receiving that kind of energy again and being able to trust that you'll be okay. Because you can break free from reoccurring negative patterns by praying to know the lessons and blessings they contain. So, we also have the 8 of Cups. We have mischief. Another octopus, y'all. I don't know what... There's something that either you or this other person, you guys cannot let go of each other. I feel like if there's someone that's constantly been on your mind that you've been trying to avoid, maybe you've been trying to literally avoid with that 7 of Pentacles. Oh, shit. I thought it said 7 of Cups. This is 7 of Pentacles. Well, we're going to keep reading it as is. But I feel like there's just someone that you can't get over. You're still heartbroken. Maybe this person's still heartbroken. Spirit's keeping you guys separated for the time being. It says perfect timing, so we gotta trust that. You guys could be journaling more, or that might be something that you picked up in 2020. I feel like throughout 2021, you're still gonna be learning, still expanding your mind. You could be reading a little bit more, challenging yourself more in your mental capacities. I feel like you guys are just a very practical person, and that could be in a sense of avoidance, unfortunately, to a lot of heartache and pain that you might have been transpiring over the past few years is what I'm getting. This is not just 2020 building up to this. But you guys are working to break some pretty heavy patterns, and I feel like they're definitely soul chain bonds that you feel, because it seems very heavy and very serious and having to study and describe out here. And at the same time, you're still investing into yourself and hopefully not letting these harsh realities affect you too much in your future potentials and your future opportunities. With that 8 of Cups out here, the mischief for 2021... Again, you guys might purposely put yourself into sticky situations or risky situations. Ooh, we're gonna clarify this. I've had to clarify this card on every pile so far, so we're gonna just kind of get some tarot cards, taking a look into what you can expect for 2021. It's so weird in here without that window open now. Okay. So, what energies can collective number 3 expect for 2021? I'm not going to take all of those. What kind of energies can collective number 3 expect for 2021? Fell on the floor. What energies can collective number 3 expect for 2021? We have the King of Swords out here. A very intellectual, very structured, punctual, mental clarity, mental energy out here. Very stoic though. Again, you guys are kind of staying above your feelings. I feel like when you guys get in your feelings, you guys get confused. You get jealous maybe. It's just downhill from there. I feel like you guys do really get all worked up. Maybe you get angry, maybe you get sad, just emotional. We had the Ace of Swords out here as well, just clarifying that King of Swords. You guys could want to reach out and talk to someone throughout 2021. And I feel like it's just kind of like collaboration almost. I don't know. You guys are getting like mentally stimulated by someone or something. And I feel like it's just something that if it's a new talent or ability or a new hobby or a new topic of study, a new field of work or career. I feel like you guys are really diving deep into it and finding some mental satisfaction from it. Yes, we also had that 7 of Pentacles, talking about work, investments, but also kind of being sad with how things have, not necessarily being sad, but kind of being impatient. You could be waiting again for these other relationships to develop, and things maybe just aren't changing. They aren't coming to fruition like you envisioned. Definitely like you were envisioning in the beginning of the year with that King of Swords and the Ace of Swords. You could start to kind of lose hope throughout the year. And then I feel like there's going to be this sense of where this 8 of Cups is coming in, this mischief. I feel like you think emotions or like feelings only ever cause you trouble or harm or pain. And I feel like if there's one thing in particular, it's just proving, since you can't let go of it, just how strong emotions can be and how big of a hold they can have over you and all of the things that they can make you do. I keep dropping one card. Okay, we'll get one more card here just to kind of clarify what you can expect throughout 2021. We had the Queen of Cups come out here, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energies. So it's very big feelings, but the Queen of Cups is also someone who has mastered her emotions. And I would say this bitch, the Queen of Cups, she's got more control over her emotions than the King of Cups. The King of Cups, I feel like we don't need to get into him. But the Queen, you know, she's Mother Earth herself. I definitely feel like those kinds of vibes. But I feel like there is still some kind of like emotional suppression. And also with the 4 of Swords, it's a little bit more calmly being assessed. Weird. Okay. So, I mean, for 2021, you know, this message is, I feel like it's so gray and it's so drained because it's just a general reading. I'm kind of getting lost in it. I think I might cut it off right there and do the runes instead. So I'm going to take a look, get a couple more cards, or sorry, cards, I mean runes. We're going to take a look at 2020 as an overview, in 2021 what you can expect. We're going to start with 2020. I'm still learning runes too, so I don't know the proper names. But the first one here, wow, this has came out for like every collective so far. 2020, it was a lot of no, I wouldn't say that. I would say, yeah, I guess it was, 2020 could have been like an emotional roller coaster for you. I feel like not only were maybe your relationships being tested, but also just like the climate of 2020, you know, one day everything was okay, and then it's kind of like the next everyone's in a panic, and then it's, oh, it will be okay, 2 more weeks, panic, 2 more weeks, okay? So there was a lot of up and down throughout the year of 2020 for you. It was very inconsistent almost, and I feel like because there was so much up and down for you that you would prefer 2021 to be a very quiet solitude, self-refining, just really working on yourself and maybe your education or your career, really focusing on that kind of stuff. 2021. So yes, like I was just saying that message. I don't know why I went into it without the runes. 2021 advice from Spirit. So I feel like Spirit's been trying to show you certain messages. And I feel like Spirit's been trying to, you know, if these thoughts and these feelings are something that you can't escape from. And I feel like Spirit's trying not to make it so overwhelming for you. But I feel like they're trying to draw you in closer to that energy. I feel like they want you to feel safe in your emotions, especially if it's someone or something that you can't quite let go. Chances are they can't let go of you either if you're feeling some kind of soul connection or soul bond that's freaking you out. And then, okay, so we also have a surprise or a gift coming at a little bit later, it looks like. All right, okay, so these are just starting to say the exact same thing that I did. That if you've been trying to avoid these emotions or these feelings, Spirit's trying to draw you in closer to interact with those energies, because they actually, I'm getting, they want to remove the thorn in your side. So if you feel like there's someone or something that you can't forgive or forget, Spirit's saying to have that conversation with them, have that hard conversation with them. Man. I'm gonna get one more. I'm getting. So time. I just feel like you guys might be... You're just so solid. I mean, this King of Swords and that Ace of Swords is a very... I feel like that's a very accurate picture of you guys, along with that Scribe. So you guys could be someone who's just used to being on their own, in their headspace, and Spirit's trying to get you to maybe open up more, to become more vulnerable with even friends or just family even. And that could have been a tough subject for you in the past. Maybe there's been some disagreements, or there's been some kind of controlling aspect to the relationship dynamic. Spirit's trying to let you release that, because it's I feel like it's just no longer, I mean, going into 2021, it's no longer going to be an accurate portrayal of you or this other person and the energies that you guys have around each other. Because if you've been out of contact with someone in significance, I feel like they've been mirroring your energy. So whatever you've been kind of feeling and working through, I feel like this person has too. Alright, well, if this short and sweet reading resonated with you guys, pile number 3, please let me know down in the comments. I love to read them. And if you subscribe to my channel, you can actually vote on what videos I post next. This video was actually top voted. Or no, this wasn't. The other one was. So, I mean, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.